Liquid's turn to pick.
With how he can play it in the 1v1?
I feel it's more once you hit 6, you don't really care about your lane opponent that much anymore. You know, you get the familiars, you can farm really fast. You know, he does have the Helm of the Dominator queued up, so he's planning on allowing his team to kind of group up around him and just be that siege engine that his team kind of needed. Buy the Luna some time as well.
Yeah, and it's going to be really nice when it comes down to the big game fights, having that extra stun control around the egg just to make sure anyone that doesn't get caught by the initiation from the axe is also going to be stopped from being able to take down the supernova. See how well his micro is able to come into play. It does get down to that. So far, though, nobody getting into...
Aaron was saying earlier on the panel as well, as a Boxy is...
He's on a wall.
himself a double wave here.
Yeah, he's going to, attract a bit of attention. Limp's going to come across. He wants to get involved for this kill. He's not even going to need to use the Sonic Wave. They step over and they quickly shut Boxy out of this area. It's one of the things, you know, Limp being a co-op, it's not too hard for him to make the journey over with the blink, close the gap and get involved. And he'll quickly be able to return to lane and not really miss out. Build-wise, Boxy not going to rush for the blink initiation, does feel the necessity to get that Vanguard online first, make sure that he has that survivability against the right click of Alliance's heroes. Top. Finally find him, Insania. It's been a very slow game so far, only one kill. It's about to be doubled. As Insania does get taken down and a bounty is claimed, but by the looks of it, is going to fall inevitably. As yeah, there'll be no further attempt to hold it. Tiger should, but under no pressure at all. He has a dive and an egg available. They won't go for it though. But they just got a free tier 1 and it's still Liquid not doing too much. It's a dead Insania once again. He's struggling.
Try to kill heroes before he's able to get in position. Because more than anything, the hero is super slow, right? We are going to see a wraparound on mid.
Mickey is going to need TP backup immediately. Primal split committed from S4. They're looking to throw everything in onto the Luna. Jump forward with the burst. They'll bring Mickey down low. Is there anyone here in time? Boxy's trying to run forward, but the Luna's already dead. Alliance got what they came for. Liquid unable.
Split here.
Yeah, pretty much as soon as it's available. S4 already looking for action. He's on top of Quakefer. Limp has got a DD room, but it does now come to an end. Boxy, he's able to get the jump on the backlines. He's caught out Hansken. The Shaker immediately eliminated. They're now going to turn and start beating down on S4 through the split. He's got to run. He's got to get out. They couldn't fight up into the high ground there of Liquid. And Liquid, they ended up turning it around. Boxy gets a jump on Hansken. And now I have FNG. He's going to be found as well. He's trying to farm up a bit of the neutral camp. But Liquid just run over the map and they'll kill him off.
In this game as an Ursa, because I do feel like he has some limitations just because of his hero, but he is still farming well. Highest net worth, smoke initiation here.
Limp, he jumps in. He jumps in, he's ready to go, but they've got the lift, they've got the damage. Limp just blinked into his death. He's dead and gone. Mickey comes in from the side with the Eclipse. S4's popped the split, but he's not really able to do much with it at all. He's trying to run in, does find the stun on Mickey. Limp has brought back to attempt to commit for this fight. They have the micro, stunning on Mickey. Mickey pushed back by the Sonic Wave. The Supernova is going to go off successfully. The fish is out, but Mickey, he'll live. They'll turn. The Sunray starts to heal up. Mickey Limp tries to jump in to finish off the kill. He will get it, but he's blinked in for this one. He's got to be careful. They do manage to find Mickey. It did mean Limp having to buy back for that effort. They might find more with it though. He heads over towards Tiger. Tiger, no spells at the ready. Everything unavailable. So Limp with that buyback, he's found two. The call's in again onto FNG, but the fish is there. They're going to be able to take down Boxy. Nico Baby turns, gets the swipes up. This is a fight gone.
Turn that into a Roshan. Could definitely be your game to lose, but there is going to be another smoke here from Liquid, scouting up the hill.
Nice. Right on the high ground. Boxy's able to get the jump in, looks towards the Earth. They're burning him down with the Sunray. Nico Baby needs help, but he's going to get it. Gets the time to pop the Enrage. He'll be fine for now. They turn towards Quakefer, slowing him down, surrounding with the Primal Split. Quakefer getting burst out. He's forced to the side. Can he escape? The Eclipse is out. Liquid then turning. Limp, he'll fall this time, and there's no buyback available to turn this fight around. Limp, dead for 70. They get the control as well onto S4 before he's out of the split. He wants to make this jump. Is he gonna do it?
He's waiting for it to get low. He's waiting for it to get low.
Oh, he's gonna do it! He's got it! He's got it! He got the kill! But Mickey will still grab the Aegis. They turn, they kill off Hansken after his noble attempt to trip up Liquid in the pit. Nico Baby also committed and he will fall as well. I mean, he couldn't resist Andy. To make sure that he's fight ready. Liquid, they're knocking on the tier 3s. Mickey with this double damage rune and obviously still the Aegis. Alliance have got to respond to this. They come back with the TPs. Liquid will back away. He's not getting out of that. There's Boxy and Insania run him down. Do have the Yule's control. Boxy gets in. Gives him a bit of a bonk on the head.
everything. Echo, Sonic Wave, like all these abilities. Just try to get him out of the fight. If they can do that, I feel like it'll be a situation like
Quick earth shot. He's able to dodge the Berserker's course of box. He doesn't get the initiation that he'd hoped for. S4 getting stunned in position. He does have the primal split at the ready. He's going to back off for now. Doesn't want to feel pressure to use it. Has to save it for the optimal time. As Liquid continue to poke, Mickey back up, finishes off the tier 3. The Rax now exposed as Mickey and the Familiars start to take this melee Rax. Alliance, they've got to make a move soon. There will be...
That's not going to change unless I feel Liquid make a mistake or Alliance gets some really big jump.
Lane. Alliance, they're trying to commit on this. They're trying to come out and fight into Liquid, but Liquid, they've still got all the ults ready to go. The fish is out, but Moxie jumps into the two-man call. Hanskin goes to the Echo on the backlines, but it's not enough damage. There's still the opportunity for Tiger to pop the Supernova. Nico maybe jumps over towards Moxie, will finish him off, but Tiger, the Supernova successful, is holding Alliance back. There'll be a buyback from Hanskin trying to get back over into the fray, but Nico baby's caught in the river. The Ursa goes down. Liquid, they're going to chase down for more. FNG trying for the TP out, but they have the Yule Scepter to cancel it. As for the split ends, he will manage to blink off the back of it and get himself away. But Hanskin, he's being run down. He brought back for this. FNG does finally fall. Liquid take 3, including that dieback from Hanskin. And with 3 gone, they'll resume process straight down the mid lane and look to take away these barracks from Alliance.
The fights are just so difficult for Alliance to play. I honestly don't know if you can even really get a better Echo unless, you know, Nico Baby can make their entire team group up on him. Because they have kind of a similar issue that we were talking about in the beginning of the game where Boxy needed to be the guy to go in, right, for Liquid. But for Alliance, if no one can deal with the Familiars and just the damage output of like Sunray and Eclipse coming in for a day, you don't have a front line, like, at all. And because of the SNY Battle Fury build, I don't think Battle Fury is really the problem here. I think SNY maybe was a bit greedy, and BKB might have been a better choice in hindsight.
Well, they just don't have the means to be able to win them, and they're falling further behind. 8k lead now for Liquid. They do find Boxy. At least they'll lead him with the Fisher, but he's on the right side of it for him at least. He's going to be more than fine. They cannot get on top of it. They've got to run. They're not going to get the chance. Boxy, he's able to get the jump back in on them. Gets the call on Limp. Dunks him down. The chase down FNG. Alliance just getting torn apart anytime they lead. 11k lead. Liquid ready to take a second set of racks here up top. Alliance, no Limp for 30 seconds. No buyback saved up for. They won't be able to have a fight going here. S4 tries, but it really is not going to work. Nico Baby's trying to step forward, pops the enrage, but he's just sent up by the Yules. The whole ult wasted. He has to run, he has to retreat. Mickey popping the BKB, he's starting to charge in. They're going to call it. They know there's no way to fight into this lineup anymore. 30 minutes in, 16 to 8. Liquid will take game 1. And pretty much what you were saying, Andy. This draft, it was just fire against what Alliance had. Alliance just...
It's turn to pick.
If lane Alliance is not really that scary kill potential wise, right? Like they have a couple of nukes, but it's not really going to be too hard, I think, for him to really just occupy the lane. Right now, it looks like he's either... yeah, he's just scouting for the curve. Okay. So FNG is going to see him. Not really much is going to happen here, but I mean, I do feel like the rest of the pieces of Liquid's draft are good enough to kind of just make it work as S4.
It's getting gone on here. FNG has come in with the TP to try and provide some sort of help out for S4, but he's so low. Insania just starting to right-click him down. He does get the chance to pop one more death bolt. He's going to live. South does get cancelled, but he will live. And
FNG is going to have Fate's Edict. I don't know if he's going to skill it at 2 just because of the lane, but pretty much all the damage you're going to be taking from Liquid's tri-lane is magic. Like Boulder is magic. You know, once he gets the rolling Boulder, that's also magic. Soul Assumption. A little bit of trading here.
Yeah, a bit of a poke onto Tiger, but it doesn't work out in their favorite. I mean, that's the Soul Assumption, baby. It's so much damage early on. The action to happen. Very unlikely that you're going to see any sort of kills happen elsewhere before the movements coming from the supports.
I wonder if this was their plan all along on Liquid to kind of put this 1v1 where the Mirana is going to be really high level. Would you see a roll top?
S4 gets kicked back, but this time they're going to be able to turn onto Tiger. Tiger gets taken down, but again, the Soul Assumption, bam, S4's out. So sure, they lost Tiger, but they're killing the core. S4 dying yet again on this top lane to the tri-lane of Liquid.
You love that trade if you're Liquid. You'll take that every day. This Necro is going to feel pretty rough if he's not having a good start. If he doesn't get any items, like the Visage is going to tear him apart. There's probably going to be a Vessel coming up from Liquid, most likely on the Ember. Maybe they have Taiga by it, I guess, depending on how many. Another roll.
Fight, it just never stops on this top lane with a try versus try action. Over towards FNG. He's able to keep his distance here. They can't quite get a...
Yeah, the thing about Necro as well is, like, look at how slow this hero is. 280 movement speed. He is a snail in a lane like this where you have that Earth Spirit that you have to constantly be worrying about, so... Lots of action still. Mickey's got a bottled haste, by the way. So if he does make a rotation top, he'll be devastating.
See, this time Taiga looks like he'll go down without finding anything in return. Alliance are more than fine there as he tried to commit, didn't hit the connection with the rolling boulder. This time around, Alliance able to keep S4 alive whilst they take a kill on the support of Liquid.
And look at this difference in the Murata and the Luna's net worth. And Foxy's even going to be able to secure both bounties on the bottom side of the map if he wants to. I guess he's leaving the other one for Mickey. He's going to get X here, triple Remnant.
Ooh, Mickey!
The solo kill.
Down bottom with the way they've moved around, having FNG get the bit of safety towards Nico Baby. It's keeping Nico Baby's farm okay, but still it is Boxy that's just having the time of his life down. He's 40.
Ones who kind of hold all the control, right? Like Insania is just chilling up top. He's pushing out a wave. He's level 6 already. Gonna see another roll onto S4 into an arrow.
He's gone. He's absolutely gone. There's no way to stay alive there. Tried to... I think it just means that he dies that little bit quicker. As the rest of Alliance, they're still hiding in the trees. See if they're able to find anything here. The boat coming out. Does manage to land onto Boxy. Boxy leaps to the side. He's still got one leap ready to go and a wand. So he's fine. More than enough health to stay alive. Turns for the arrow. Won't find the connection.
Is under attack.
They're pushing them in underneath the tower. Look at Mickey's aggression. He's just poking, prodding. He knows that FNG still hasn't got that false promise. The Willow-Wisp is down, cleaning up the trees. FNG, he's going to go down. They could try free for more. Boxy jumps in towards Hanskin. Hanskin goes to the TP out. Will make it away just in time. Taiga kick back onto the Kunkka to keep Taiga alive. He's okay. Limp's left behind. The three of them surround him. Liquid, they're going to be able to slowly but surely claim another life of Alliance.
Their longest cooldown is Will-O-Wisp, right? 130 seconds, and then Magnetize is 100 down to 80 at level 4. So they can just fight constantly. There's never a point where they can't react.
S4, he was trying to have a poke there. Behind the tower, the arrow comes through. We'll clean up the Hellbear Smasher. Easy plus 200. The Will-O-Wisp is down onto the three of them, into the familiar stuns as well. The Magnetize, Alliance, they've got to be careful. The boat comes crashing in. The false promise is there to keep Nico Baby alive. He's trying to turn with the Eclipse. They do get a torrent. The Reaper Cypher's down. S4 will be able to claim the kill, but he's lost his own life. The Magnetize is still being kept on them. Taiga keeping it on them for the entirety of this fight, pushing them all back.
That boat didn't hit when it did. It probably just would have been like a 3 or 4-0 in favor of Liquid. And FNG finding out why it really sucks to play against Visage is Oracle.
Yeah, it's got Nico Baby by his side, so Quakefor will be a bit careful, and maybe Quakefor poked a bit too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, Limp's going to be able to catch, and yeah, Quakefor, he was very... Let's see if they can do anything more with this momentum Alliance. But it was Taiga, Limp. Has he got the grab with the X mark he has? Taiga, he will not be able to play his way out of this one. Drag back into the stun. They get the clean kill onto the Earth Spirit.
Attempt coming out here.
And they're getting away with this. It's half HP. Liquid
they don't kill
now,
it that fast.
Coming across, they poke in, swap back on Mickey, but there's no follow-up. The Will-O-Wisp is there, down onto the three. The four of them actually. Nico Baby steps forward as well. He's trying to kill off the Will-O-Wisp, but not before they lose Handscan. Another drag, bringing Nico Baby back in range of Quakefor and Taiga. Rolls forward, they have him in position for the saves there from FNG. False Promise comes out, they turn with the Eclipse. X-Mark onto Insania. Nico Baby trying to step forward, but another slight change from Mickey comes out. He's being buffed up by Insania, refilling him, giving him remnants to play with. Jumps forward, roll forward. They've managed to kill off the Luna. Nico Baby dies on the front lines. Limp falls as well. The rest of Alliance just trying to bail out of there, but they're not going to be able to escape. S4 is chased down. S4. Ooh, he's lucky that was a long TP. Doesn't mean that the arrow timing wasn't quite there. Still, Liquid, they're poking at this from the Moonlight Shadow. They're moving on towards Limp. Tiger rolls towards the backlines. They're trying to find FNG, trying to push him away to make sure he can't come in with the false promise. In from the side, Nico Baby pops the Eclipse. Is it going to be actually enough damage to kill anyone? It isn't. Liquid stay off to the side. Roll away from Tiger. False promise having to be used on himself, FNG. They do manage to get the stuns on the Mickey, but he still has the chance to pop the side of fist. The silence from Tiger is onto the three of them. Remnant form from Mickey. Mickey falling low, but he's got the Aegis. He doesn't even care. The arrow connection after the chains onto Limp. He's not even going to go down the once. Mickey is fine. The Magnetize is kept going as they have to retreat. They have to escape, but they can't. Boxy picks up the triple kill, jumping forward. Only Nico Baby and S4 left alive. They have to split. They have to get out of here. But here comes the right clicks. Boxy with the ultra kill. You know he's not distance in these fights. He's 4-1 on an 8 quote, but he requires so many resources to be dealt with, and resources that Alliance haven't got 3 to spare on him.
Oh, they are going to find Boxy though. It's just kind of unfortunate. I feel like their drafts today have not been the most inspired, you know. Liquid are playing their style. They're doing it well.
They found S4. Hanscan will be there with a swap to try and save him, but he still gets caught in the familiar stun. Pops the Ghost Shroud. He's trying to run, but again, it's just Alliance having to split. They cannot help one another. They've just got to try and individually. It just makes Mickey and Boxy's games so darn good that, sure, normally we see this where there's like the carry is a right clicker, but because you have both the carry and your offlaner doing so much right click damage, the value is it's amazing. But Boxy is caught out. They do manage to turn and blow him up before he pops a BKB. A very big pick for Alliance, as Boxy just doesn't BK. Reaper Scythe still down for 25. Has pretty much been the sole tool that's allowed Alliance to get these kills whilst behind Limp. They managed to find him. They're going to start poking away. He's got a torrent, slows down Mickey a little bit as he's sent into the air, but Limp cannot save himself. They're watching him. Okay, coming in from the side. They're going to start the fight. Leads him with the chains already. Tiger rolls straight forward to the back line. The Will-O-Wisp down onto the 3-4 of them. In fact, grabbing them all back. There'll be a swap trying to get S4 out of it. But S4, he's so low. The first Soul Assumption comes out, takes out the Vengeful Spirit. BKB, popped by Tiger, has also got it ready to fight with. Rolls over as they move in. Mickey tries to come in onto Nico Baby. The Eclipse comes out. But Mickey, with his BKB, he doesn't care at all about the Eclipse. He's got another Remnant. Throws it out to back away. There's been a buyback from Hansken. Mickey, he doubles back in with the Remnant again. Hansken comes with the swap. Reaper Scythes out, but this time it's not enough damage. Mickey will not fall. Ghost Shroud is not going to save S4. It buys him a little bit of time. There's the Soul Assumption. The kick forward. S4's down. No buyback on him. Liquid can continue to push in onto this tier 2 with the Visage and her birds. And Mickey, throughout it all, he doesn't even lose the age.
In the current state of affairs, but I don't know, man. These types of lineups, like Alliance have some catch. Like they have X and offensive swap, but you're like sacrificing heroes to do that. They're just going in.
They're just going straight in, kicking Limp outside of the base. Limp, he's gone, or maybe not. FNG, last millisecond, coming in with a false promise, will keep Limp momentarily alive. They're salving him up, meching him as well through it all, so he will heal back up to a safe amount of health. Limp will live thanks to the fast reaction of FNG. They even get the swap back onto Mickey. Mickey, one more slight, but they are able to take away the Aegis. Can they do it a second time? It doesn't look like they'll be able to, as Mickey gets the Flame Guard off. He's been glimmered, pops the Essence Ring. He's able to move away. Very nice arrow there from Boxy. Came in onto Limp just as Limp was trying to prime the top.
So Eclipse basically is just not even a skill right now.
They just BKB or roll away or Remnants away.
Yeah, it's real tough
to escape.
Maybe they solved the Luna. Oh, and maybe that's what Liquid have going for them right now.
I think by the looks of it, they may have. A hero that's been winning time and time again, but Liquid have come in and they're shutting it down hard. 21k lead right now. As they look to try and kick off another fight. Silence from Tiger catches the 3 of them. The Will-O-Wisp is out. They move in, committing onto Limp. Limp is not going to be able to live himself. Does manage to get close enough for FNG to come in with the false promise. Mickey pots the BKB. Nico Baby's Eclipse doing some work, but just not enough right now. Tiger rolling in no fear whatsoever. The Reaper's Scythe will manage to slam down Mickey. But the rest of Alliance, they're having to retreat. Hansken with the swap out, but this magnetized Tiger, he's just keeping it on them for the entirety of this fight once again. Rolls over on towards FNG, kicking him back into the clutches of the rest of his team. Limp tries to step forward, but he's the last man standing, and he will finally go down as well. It's a team wipe. Liquid kill them all. 28-9.
Been the story of the game. Every time there's an initiation, you can see Taiga, like you said, he's in the fight forever. He gets like 5 stones down to propagate his magnetize, and it outlasted the boat buff. Like, that's how long they were magnetized for. They just don't have enough damage on this lineup. But the issue that they're running into is he's the only guy who can do it. And there are like 3 heroes that really need to die on Liquid. And S4 is just going for this bounty.
Oh, that was close.
Lots of damage on Boxy.
Very, very close with that MKB Daedalus done. Chains are in, they're ready to kick off another fight here, Liquid. Over they go, straight on a Hanskin. The Will-O-Wisp down, they pop the BKBs, roll forward from Tiger. He's trying to keep FNG at bay. He cannot get close enough to save S4. FNG pops the false promise onto Nico, baby, trying to give the Luna some way of escaping. But it's another huge cleanup from Liquid as Boxy claims the triple kill. I mean, here's KDA just getting understanding of what their lineup is meant to do, because he's really the only one who wants to do it. You don't want to show Ember too much. I mean, this is just going to be farming the woods a lot. Boxy might show in a lane here and there, but he is basically like the dedicated wave clear this game, and it's showing. He's got, you know, he's the trust fund baby this game. Here we go, rain tracks taken. They will manage to push them away from the melee racks for now. But it doesn't feel much more than, you know, just Liquid giving some, you know, sort of playing with their food a bit. They
definitely gonna buy it.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna get, if they stick around and push this tier 2 in another wave, he'll have it. He's gonna sell the helm.
Which is
he's gonna sell the helm.
That's a good call. All in, hero, and all in.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, Mickey. He's in and he's out. Nico baby steps in. They have got the Hex onto Lim. They will have seen the Rapier now, you would have imagined. The Will-O-Wisp down and out. Nico baby, does he want to try and commit the BKB? What the BKB? Takes out the Will-O-Wisp. Turns over towards Mickey. There's the damage. It is forcing the Ember to back up. No, they popped the Eclipse, but already Liquid are out of range of this one. They turn with the Soul Assumption and now the BKB. Oh no, it's ended on Nico baby. Nico baby is vulnerable. He needs help. Is he going to get in time? Pots the man to try to retreat. FNG, he's in with a false promise just in time. They're moving to the side. The boat, it comes crashing down. They're trying to turn with the Will-O-Wisp. It's causing so many issues for Alliance. They have to step out of the range of it, and they lose the life of Nico baby. They didn't have enough heals to keep him up. No buyback on them. Boxy, he'll claim his trophy, picks up the Rapier, and whoa, that's a straight note. Liquid know that Limp is just done with this game. He's done with this series.
I mean, I don't think I can blame him. It's kind of a frustrating game to play when I feel like strategically you're just at a disadvantage. That's like the hardest win to acquire in